Welcome from the teams at SGMF and Galvity. So I'm going to read it, so please forgive me. It's an evening in honor of Mexico, and I'm very happy to share that we tried our best to create the vibrancy and colorful atmosphere here, much like the country itself. The flowers on the table are native to Mexico. There's tequila at the bar. I overheard somebody say this. The margaritas were wonderful. And the food itself, the dishes, the spices, the sauces are all created from the wedding menu of Kahlo and Frida in August 21st, 1929. So Zest has recreated that for us. Frida and Kahlo are icons to Mexican modernity and also encompassing unconditional love. I want to share a short history to their lives, not just because it's interesting, but also because it's inspirational. Kahlo and his twin brother Carlos were born in December 1886. Although Kahlo, the twin brother, died 18 months later, the tragedy haunted Kahlo, the painter, throughout his life. He depicted his brother in several of his murals, and most notably, the dream of a Sunday afternoon in Rivera Park. Kahlo began studying at the Academy of San Carlos at a young age, and in 1905 won a scholarship allowing him to continue his training in Paris. In 1907, Kahlo, who was studying art in Spain, came back on July 6 that year, which incidentally is the year that Frida was born in Mexico City, in the Blue House in Coyoacán, yes. In September 1910, Kahlo decided to return to Mexico to display his work from time to time in Europe. This is the year he met Frida, who had identified herself completely as a revolutionary and considering herself to be a daughter of the Mexican Revolution.
Actually gathered all of us together. So I'm going to request him, because all of you are here today, to give us 2 minutes about all of us over here, how we work together for the common benefit of India with all our countries. So Suresh, may I request you in 2 minutes to say a few words.
Thank you, Sandeep, for your very, very kind words. First, let me welcome His Excellency Ambassador, the other dignitaries, council members here, my colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, friends. SCCD is an organization which represents all the honorary councils in India. It started in the year 1995 in Delhi. Getting honorary councils was part of the Geneva Convention, where countries who could not have their representation in every place decided to reach out to worthy individuals in various countries or cities to represent them in whatever little bit way we do. Now, we as honorary councils represent the country, but I know we are first Indians. That remains, that doesn't change. So Bangalore came onto the scene with the first honorary council.
As the honorary council just mentioned, we're very honored that we are able to hold this exhibition here today. This photographic exhibition in this wonderful gallery. I'm very, very impressed and very happy to be here. So thank you very much for doing this. This is in the context, of course, of our commemoration of the 212th anniversary of Mexico's independence, which will be next September 15th. And of course, it is probably very fitting that the exhibition that we have here today is of photographs of Frida Kahlo and Kahlo and Rivera, whom I'm sure most of you know are 2 very important artists from Mexico, but of course with a universal projection. They are quite famous outside of Mexico, not only in Mexico. I think that the photographs are also very interesting in the sense of not only portraying them in an intimate setting, in their more private lives, but also as the very strong personalities that they were and how they shaped the artistic world and to a some extent, the post-revolutionary world of Mexico in the first half of the 20th century. They were important actors in Mexican history in many respects, not only as artists, but as ideologues and people with very strong convictions. They had very important friends from abroad, including people like Leon Trotsky, and an Indian revolutionary who was also living in Mexico, Mr. Kahlo, who was became very good friends, probably a very close friend of Frida Kahlo. I don't want to go into the details, but it's so that also it's a very interesting link between them and India. But anyway, I think that you will enjoy the exhibition itself. I think that as I said, it brings a good representation of Mexican history, art, and ideas, and politics to India, to here in Bangalore. So I think it's a very good point that we're having this here. So thank you very much, all of you, for coming here. Thank you, Sandy, again, for doing this, and I'm very glad that I'm able to be here and meet all of you this evening. Thank you.